Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate WebSockets with NodeJS and on the front end side I'm using NextJS for creating a real-time chat application. So also in this video we will be making use of rooms so that users from a particular room can't communicate with users with other room. So I'm using Firefox and Chrome. I have tested it on Safari. Like WebSockets are still in experimental in Safari, so yeah, maybe by the time you watch it they might become stable. So yeah, just take a note of that. So here I am on Safari on Firefox, sorry. So I'll so the first text field is for entering the username, so I'll enter the username as John. Second text field is for entering your room name, so you can enter any room name. Okay, so I'll just enter T. I'll click on submit, and here you can see you have redirected to the T room space, and here you can see it broadcasts a message called John join T. Now I will go to Chrome and I will enter Virat as the name. I'll enter the same room name. I'll click on submit, and here you can see Virat join T. Now if I go to Firefox, here you can see Virat join T as well. I have got that message. Now I'll say some message from John. I'll say click on submit, hi, and here you can see I get the hi on Chrome as well, hello. I'll click on submit, and here you can see I get hello as well. Now suppose if I go to some I'll just open I will go to Chrome. I'll open in incognito mode. Okay, and if I go to localhost :3000, I'll enter some other name, suppose Rohit, and the room name is, I don't know, coffee I guess. And if I click on submit, now if you go back to T room space, here you can see that they don't get a message that Rohit joined coffee, because this is completely different room, and even on Firefox you won't get it. But if you use some other user, so suppose if I open my Firefox in incognito and I go to localhost :3000, and if I quickly enter Rahul, and he also needs to go to coffee, and if I click on submit, so here you can see Rahul joined coffee. Now if I go to Rohit coffee room space, here you can see Rahul joined coffee as well. So yeah, that's how it works. Now don't try to use same tabs, like different tabs on the same browser, because I'm storing the username inside local storage and that might conflict. So it's better to use incognito mode if you're testing with the same browser, or test it with different browser, or store your username somewhere else. So first you will have to create a NextJS project. Now you don't need to use NextJS, you can use normal React.js or any other web framework as well, because the NextJS code would be very minimum. So first what I have done is that you will have to go to page.tsx. okay, and here I have taken two states, one for our input name and one for our room name. This is change handler for our input name, and this is change handler for our room name. So as you can see, I have taken two inputs, and once this button submit is called, this is a link tag which will help us to redirect from one page to another page. So here I am just redirecting to a dynamic page called room name, so whatever the user has entered, and I'm storing the username inside local storage. That's why I was telling you, don't use same tabs on the same browser, otherwise you might get confused with the output. Okay, now here I have created this dynamic page. So this is how you create a dynamic page in NextJS. So once you do an href to this room name, it will go to this page, and over here what I have done is that I have taken an input, so whatever input the user types, one for a message array, so list of all the messages which we get. And here I have used this WebSocket. So here you can see my backend, which is NodeJS, hosted on localhost :3000 /chat, and it takes a room name. So this will give us the room name. Again, here you will have to use WS and not HTTP or HTTPS, and we are getting the username from local storage as well. Also I have used this use client because we are using local storage and use state. This is a NextJS thing. Over here also I am using this use client. So yeah, because we are using use state, right? Next, inside use effect, we are registering our socket. So as soon as the socket is open, we send a message to the backend side, and we send it in a form of stringify our JSON. So the type is of join and the name is of username. I will show you how we are handling it on the Node.js side as well. And once we receive any message from backend side, so we are just getting this message, okay, and we even from the backend side we get something like type as well as a message. So here you can see, first we get this type, we get it as type as well as text. So if the type is of message.type is of note, then I'm doing the same thing, but here you can do whatever you feel like. So this note is basically whenever a user has joined a particular group or room, and similarly for chat, whenever a user types something inside the input box, the message type would be chat. So, and this is for close. Once the user closes, here again this should not be join. I don't know, you can add some other message as well, like leave or something like that. Okay, and this is for error. I don't think we require this, so I'll just quickly save this. Okay, and what I'll do is that I'll just simply close this. I'll go over here, I'll go to our web app, I'll close this as well. I'll quickly refresh this. Oh sorry, okay, yeah, John has joined T because username was stored in local storage. Okay, and I'll just go to localhost 3000/T. okay, Virat has joined T. Okay, here you can see. Now if I try to leave from my Chrome browser, okay, here you can see Virat left T. Okay, so we don't really need this like this particular message as far as I know, because the WebSocket automatically handles that, the backend automatically handles that for us, which I will show you in a bit. And in case of any error, I'm just doing a console log as well. And inside on change handler, this is for our input text which we type, like the message which we type, and on button we just send the message. To send the message you can just do socket.send. Again same thing, when we joined a particular room, we send a message like socket.send, right? Same thing we are using over here, only just to differentiate we added a type as well as a text of input, and here we are just rendering all the messages which we have inside our messages array. And on message, inside on message we are just appending all the messages which we get. Now coming back to the backend side, so you can just do npm init to create this package.json, or create it manually however you feel like. So I have created a separate folder for this, and I have installed two dependency. One is express, second is express-ws. Next I have created index.js file. So here we are created a app of express. Okay, then we are importing chat user.js, which I will show you in a bit. And here we are requiring express-ws and passing our app of express. Then here you can see we are listening on /chat/username, and if you see on the client side as well, we were passing the same thing, localhost 3000/chat/ whatever is the, sorry, not I said username, I guess here it is room name. Okay, so whatever is the room name we are passing over here. So that's how we are connecting on the backend side. So okay, next as soon as the user is connected, we are creating a chat user for it. So we are sending this. So whenever we want to send a message from backend side to front end side, we use this ws.send message. So I'm actually sending this function to chat user. Okay, that's why I'm using this bind. ws.send is being sent to this chat user directly, and here we are also sending the room name. Now I will show you the logic of chat user. Basically it creates a user for us, and here we are listening for messages from the client side. So whenever you do this socket.send from the client side, we take it over here and we just call user.handle message. Okay, and whenever a user whenever we do ws.close, so whenever we do this socket.onClose, this gets called. Okay, so we just handle it using user.handleClose. All right, and here we are just starting our server. Next, if you go to chat user.js, so first we are importing room.js. so this will help us to create different rooms. I'm not using any database as such, everything is stored in memory, but you can use a database if you feel like. Then here inside the constructor I'm initializing the send as well as the room name. So this is a function and this will be the room name. So if you see over here, we were initializing the send function as well as the room name over here. Next, the name is null for now. Now once here I will just so once this so here I'm initializing our send function of WebSocket to this underscore send, and we'll look this in a bit. So here first is handle join. So whenever user joins our WebSocket, like goes to this particular page of our browser, then this method gets called. Okay, so if you see over here, handle message, so if you go to index.js, we were calling handle message, right? And if you go to chat user.js, we call handle message over here. And if the type is of join, that's what we were sending it from the client side, right? If you remember, we were sending join as the type. So here, as you can see, if it is join, we call handle join. Similarly for chat, when we entered a message, we were sending the type as chat. That's why we go over here. There is nothing for private chat. This was just part of my debugging. And for handle close, like whenever user leaves a WebSocket, leaves the particular room, this handle close gets called. So that's what I have written over here, handle close. Okay, now if you go to handle join, so we are first initializing this dot name equal to name. Okay, next we call this join method from our room.js file, and then we broadcast this message. So we just do this broadcast message has been defined inside this room.js file as well, which I will show you in a bit. And the type I'm sending it as note, and text I'm sending is that whatever is the username that has joined this particular room name. Similarly for handle chat as well, for handle chat, I don't know why this dot name is I'm getting it as null, but this handle chat is called after handle join. So here I'm even though I'm initializing it over here, I'm getting it null as over here. But when I leave the chat, then also if you remember, I was able to print the name, right? Virat left T. So I don't know why this is happening, like I couldn't figure it out. If you guys know, do let me know in the comments. So here inside handle chat, this would be null again. I don't know why, because I'm initializing it inside handle join. So here we were just sending the type chat as well as the text whatever we get from the user. So here you can see we were getting it from data.text. Okay, next here is the send. For sending any kind of data, we just call this dot underscore send, because this send function of WebSocket which we were sending, okay, ws.send, is binded to this underscore send. Now if I want to send some data, I just call this underscore send and just send that particular data. Okay, and for closing, I just what I'm doing is that I'm first getting this name, and if checking if this particular name exists in this room or not. If yes, then I'm just call this leave method from our room and pass our member. And similarly for I am broadcasting using this type note. So text, I'm passing the name as well as whatever room the user has left. Now if you go to room.js, over here I have created a map for room. Okay, so in case we already have a room, it won't create a new room for us. So here you can see I'm just calling the static get method. So if a room is already present, then we are just getting the particular room. If not, then we are creating a new room, and inside constructor we are just assigning the new room name as well as members. Like if Virat has joined the T group, T room, sorry, then we are just assigning him to this. Okay, so this members. So once you call this join method, that particular user has been added to this particular room. And for leave, we are just deleting inside from this dot members. For broadcasting, we just call const member of this dot members and member dot send. So if you remember, we had defined this method send over here. So we are calling this inside room.js and passing all the data. And for getting all the members, you can use this get member method, and for getting a particular member, you can use this as well. Don't forget to add this module.exports to room and module.exports of chat user as well. Okay, one quick thing which I wanted to show you, like here you can see, I'll quickly refresh this. Okay, so here you can see John has joined T. I'll quickly click on inspect, and here also you can see I'm able to get this dish.username. If you remember, inside handle join I'm printing this dot name, right? So I'm getting the name. Now for handle chat I'm also printing this dot name. Okay, so I'll quickly send one message like hi. Here you can see the name is null. Also on my backend here it is null. I don't know why this is happening. If you know, do let me know in the chat. But if I click on close, suppose if I join over here localhost colon 3000, okay, I'll add Virat, and here I will add T. I'll click on submit. Here you can see, okay, Virat has joined. I'll enter some message hi. Okay, here you can see null, I don't know why, but if I leave now, here you can see Virat has left, and also over here you can see Virat as well. So again, I don't know why this is happening. If you know, do let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Bye.